Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today, we have some really funny stuff to talk about. You guys, there's unconscious bias going on. So much to talk about with that, but how dare I do that voice when I have somebody here with me that can do the voice even better?
I do not do the voice. It's unconscious bias that you think you can do the voice.
Hey, this is Jay, also known as Dr. Bad Vibes on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. We're here to discuss Harry and Meghan's report card.
Yep, plates must be smashing in Montecito because article coming out of Daily Mail that says Meghan Markle is more unpopular than ever. 7 out of 10 Brits, I want to know the American number too, have a negative view of Meghan, as polls show Anne, Catherine, and William best loved royals.
I'd like to know how many Americans just still don't know who she is. They've probably been like, what suits? We don't have the ties that the UK viewers made with the royal family. But the ones that do know, I'm sure it's very negative. That is funny to see the UK stats. So now I'm thinking about when we were walking around the UK, it's like, 70% of you people don't like her.
I actually think that's a very conservative number. I would venture to say it's probably worse because a certain percent were like undecided or not answering. So
Yeah, the other 30% were just like, ugh, leave me alone. I don't want to talk about her.
I refuse to use those nonsense titles anymore, so we'll just say the monster of Montecito is now more unpopular than ever, with 7 in 10 Britons have a negative view of her, as new poll suggests. Meghan's net favorability among the public has fallen to a record, ready for this, record low of negative 47, the lowest it has been since YouGov began recording it in 2017, negative 47. Just let that sink in. Similarly, public opinion of her husband, Dum Dum, has fallen to negative 36, a 2-point decrease from April when it was negative 34. So here's the graph. Here's what makes it fun for me to look at. So you can see, and unfortunately, again, Daily Mail, they put that thing over the bottom, but if you look closely, you can see the years and you can see them like spectacularly fall.
So I never knew that they could even be negative. I mean, from all this polling, I mean, in the U.S., you pretty much only hear about it when it comes to politics. And, you know, if it's like 20%, it's like, holy crap, that's the lowest it could be. Mm-hmm. I didn't know they could go negative. I mean, I assume it's the same sort of thing. It's not, at the same time, I'm sure these aren't like super scientific peer-reviewed things, but I mean, they do poll the general consensus, and I guess it does make sense. If you don't like somebody, that's a negative.
Yeah.
So it's even gotten to the point where we have a royal tier list now. So I guess unsurprising, Princess Anne is number 1. What little I know, I mean, I'm no royal expert, but she does a lot of charity and does it without seeking recognition. So that's awesome. Then, followed by Catherine and William and King Charles. And Camilla's even up there. I mean, what little bit I heard about her in the news a long time ago, I mean, she's made a comeback. So then you got Harry and Meghan. Well, we know what's going on there, and wow, yeah, I'm not surprised that they're pretty much on the outs.
I can spell it out for you. If you spend your days bashing a beloved, treasured icon like the Queen, you fall to a really sharp negative, public low.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even like pretty much on the outs. They're pretty reviled now. And I mean, how messed up is that? I mean, think about it. Even if you're just, John or Jane Doe, and you just go out trashing your grandma to just random people, you'd be like, wow, this person's a lunatic. I mean, it's so many levels of bad.
Yeah, that's such a good point, trashing your grandma. But not only that, trashing the country you came from and that supported you while you were growing up, about Harry specifically, that supported you along the way, and then you go call them a bunch of ist words. That's really messed up.
And again, this poll is UK specific. they trashed their country and did everything they've done. So we that's a no-brainer why they're on there. Then they go to other countries, and then I mean, what they were in the U.S. like no time at all, and he was already complaining about things such as the First Amendment. Yeah, that's a great way to get over well here. And did they say anything negative about Canada? I mean.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, they kind of just popped in and popped out. I mean, that's kind of like saying, like, nah, we don't want to be here.
They tried to get them to pay for their security.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were trying to, they were trying to use that UK connection to keep the money flowing. And I guess once they realized that wasn't going to happen, it's like, oh, I guess it's time for Hollywood. Then they come here and complain. I know he complained about our tax system.
First Amendment being bonkers.
And the First Amendment being incomprehensible. It's like, okay, dude, just go somewhere else, please.
Well, they have a history of doing dumb stuff like this. Remember, they went to South Africa and they were supposed to be like shedding light on the issues happening over there, and instead made it about themselves and how tough it is for them. I mean, they are the most unlikable people in the whole world.
Oh, here we go. Here's the methodology. YouGov said net favorability is calculated as the difference between the number of people saying they have a positive view and the number of people saying they have a negative view. So math. In Meghan's case, 68% said they have a negative view of her, and 21% said they have a positive view of her, with 11% answering don't know. The 11% probably just didn't want to talk about it.
They misspelled the B word on their form is what you're saying, so it didn't count.
Yeah, it's like, can I say these things in public? I don't want to get involved. Leave me alone.
The results of the poll come just 1 week after Meghan's podcast was axed. So we know about that. We don't have to go through back all that, but I find it so very funny. And I mean, it couldn't have happened to a better couple, right? They've done this to themselves and it's imploding, and yeah, people are reacting to it, and rightly so. But my wheels are turning in my head and I'm thinking, is there anything that they could do to turn this all around? I just don't think they can get out of their own way.
Well, I feel like I'm a PR expert now, because if you polled the UK public on me, none of them would know me, so I would have a 0. So I'm trouncing them in the polls. And that may be the simplest thing for them to do, is to freaking disappear. I mean, even then, like, I don't know how you repair that damage. Harry may be the only one with any hope. I mean, if he wises up and leaves her, maybe the royal family would take him back in and rehab his image. Maybe.
Or keep him from saying dumb stuff.
Yeah, or at least keep him quiet, which I don't know if I'm on board with that. Whenever he speaks, that's something I'm there for. But yeah, I mean, I think they're just irreparably damaged. I don't know how you could come back from this. They could probably do some Superman act where they like save a train that's falling off an exploding bridge, and people will be like, eh.
Yeah. Because if they did do that, then they would make themselves the victim somehow. Can you believe that train was going to get us?
Oh, yes. When I stopped that train, it really hurt my back.
Yes. But I just don't think they possess a level of self-awareness it would take to reflect and learn from your huge mistakes and stuff. I mean, yes, we've seen people, rehab their images, but this is a whole new level I've never seen before. And I think they've pushed it all too far. I think they've pushed everybody too far. And again, I go back to, talking shit about your grandma, let alone the Queen of England, but you know what I mean? Like going out and bashing your grandma and your country. I don't know how you come back from that. And then not even to mention all the other horrible things like the alleged bullying and cutting off her family and stuff. I don't know. I don't know how you come back from that. You know, the other thing that surely to make her popular is keep taking jabs at Catherine and William. We see right through you. Also, brag about going to meet them in ripped jeans and barefoot, and then go to a homeless shelter and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of jewels and stuff. Just no self-awareness.
So our own unscientific, unorganized polling while we were there for coronation, we did talk to a few people, just during small talk. We didn't directly be like, what do you think of Meghan? we would, bring it up, try to find their opinion. And out of all the people we talked to, I think we probably did that with most of the cab drivers and anybody else we had a conversation with. I think there was only one person that was like slightly positive, and it was really somebody young that just thought Harry was cool. He was Prince Party for a while, so I'm sure he has his fans, but didn't really have an opinion on Meghan. So that was probably the polite way of saying, eh. But yeah, it may be an actual 10 out of 10. I agree with that.
So I pulled some comments on this article just to see what people were saying. And yeah, sure enough, they didn't let me down. One of my favorites, right off the bat, I found this one. It says the 3 out of 10 should be ashamed of themselves, the people that didn't say they couldn't stand Meghan.
The next one, it's only 7 out of 10 because they didn't ask the rest of us. That very well could be true. There's probably people that were like, "Oh, don't talk to me. Leave me alone, random pollster."
Had to include this one. It says Princess Anne is top of the crop. Excellent. Yeah, I love that too. I love Princess Anne.
Yeah, we're basically best friends now because she drove by us at Coronation and waved at us. So I mean, we're BFFs, super tight. So yeah, hey Princess Anne, hit us up.
So does that take us from a 0 popularity rating to a 1? I don't know.
Yeah, we're number 1.
Yes. Poor sad Meghan, and it's so well deserved. I'm going to go ahead and throw Harry in that mix too. So well deserved for both of them. And the thing is, instead of using this opportunity and learning from it, like, oh man, we really did mess up. How can we fix this? Nah, they'll just be like, it's unconscious bias, it's racist, whatever, and not at all take into consideration and think that everything they're doing is just wonderful and perfect and won't change a thing.
It is ridiculous. I mean, it'd be like trying to discipline a child or teach them anything, and it's just like, no, it's you. It's your fault because you're judging me or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, it's because you're not being a person. They'll never learn, and those numbers will probably never recover.
This person says they're a stain on the county of Sussex. I think about that a lot. I have so many lovely people from England in the comments. I love you guys so much. That must suck if you're in Sussex and these a-holes have your name on them and they carry it around with them and use it the way they use it. Oh, that would be tough.
Wow, I never thought about that. So they obviously they've got the name of the county, but they're just ruining that name for the world. So when people like us filthy Americans that show up, like, ew, Sussex, that's where they're from. Not really, but I could see that.
Putting a damper.
Yeah, it puts a damper on the names. So yeah, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 there probably in the negative.
Yeah, all they'd have to do is move this poll directly to Sussex, and I would think that you're right. I would get a 10 out of 10. That really does suck for you guys. We think you're lovely regardless. And finally, they talk about the ever-declining planet and effects it has on our lives, but they still travel on private jets. Oh, guys, I'll never let that go. Again, do what you want. The private jet doesn't bother me. It's the constant preaching and hypocrisy that I find completely hilarious.
Yeah, that's as ridiculous as coming to the U.S. and complaining about the First Amendment and taxes. Rules for thee, not for me. Yeah. And the private jet thing, that's not something they even have a monopoly on. There's a lot of people that have gotten criticized for that, and it's ridiculous. And even going back to them, why not do it over Zoom or Skype? After the lockdown era, I mean, that's a pretty normal thing. Why do you have to fly all the way to wherever just to say whatever in person and then go home? It's baffling why that's a thing. I mean, it's probably just a way to get a free vacation or something and write it off taxes again.
Absolutely. And it's a way to basically put it on their resume like, we spoke at the so-and-so conference. Yeah, who cares? Fuck these people. Anyway, guys, as more news about this comes out, you better believe we will be talking about it. I think it's well-deserved and hilarious that their approval ratings are that low. I didn't even know that was possible. But good to know, though. Jay, tell everybody where to find you and how you're going to get your approval rating down that low, besides Birthday Horse.
Well, you can find me on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick as Dr. Bad Vibes. A lot of people have subscribed, and I really appreciate it because I'm pretty sure most of your viewers are not into video games. But I do live stream, so if you follow me on any of those platforms, you'll probably see me pop up. And if you're into comic book characters getting punched by racial stereotypes, I've got you covered.
But how do you get a negative approval rating like that?
By doing what I do.
Oh, okay.
No, I get.
Bashing your granny.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on live stream and just be like, you know what?
My grandma
She gave me all those milk and cookies and
Oh.
Hawk Tui. They were so bad.
Oh, God. Don't bash your grandma on live stream. We love your grandma. Anyway, guys, thank you. God, it's such a weird sentence. I never thought I'd say, don't bash your grandma on live stream. Anyway, can you imagine? Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for supporting. We love you guys so very much. We truly do. Couldn't do this without you. I cannot believe how close I am to 100,000. It's because of you all making that possible, making that happen. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed. Definitely check out the merch. We got Recollections May Vary, Make It Make Sense in a World Full of Megans, Be a Catherine. We got that one. And check out Patreon. We got lots of fun stuff going on over there. We're having a blast. I posted a silly picture. I mean, I don't know when this is going up, but just posted a silly picture that I knew I couldn't share over here. So that's kind of what we use that for. But thank you guys so much for everything, and we'll talk to you again soon. A huge thank you to Linda. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you to Paige. Huge thank you to Teresa. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Aaron and Frank. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Ann M. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Ann H. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Glynis. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Adair Becker. Thank you to Erica. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Barb G. Thank you to Diana. Thank you, Allison B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Lori. Thank you to Pauline. Thank you to KT. Thank you, Jolene. Thank you, Stromboli. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Loie. Thank you, Lucy H. Thank you to Georgia. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Robbins Landing. Thank you to Helen. Thank you to Mara. Thank you, Ashley C. Thank you to Molly. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Sand Squid. Thank you to Rach. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Domby. Thank you, Android P. Thank you to Sheena. Thank you, Aaron M. Thank you, Faye. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Spectrum Mom. Thank you, Vanessa B. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Mimi Heathcote. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you to Bree. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you to Elvis Rose here on YouTube. Thank you to Lori. Thank you, Tim B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Elisa. Thank you, Kathy with a C. Thank you, Allison. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you to Patricia. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Ridley. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, John. Thank you, Donna D. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Chewy. Well, I so appreciate you all. Thank you if you are on the Patreon. Thank you if you're an executive producer. And hey, if you're not, definitely check it out. We have a lot of fun over there. Guys, I hope you have the best day, and I will talk to you again soon. Can't wait to bring you another video like this. Take care. Bye-bye.